It's been more than a year now since my daddy had passed away, but I keep his memory with me in the songs we used to play. Singing sweet country music, green green mountain, singing sweet country music makes us wish we were there.
Y no sé dónde irlo a buscar. Yo no puedo caminar tan rápido como él que corre. ¿Dónde se coge el monorail? ¿Viste ya?
Well, that's a pretty Christmas tree.
Y te llevan la niña para... ¿Qué han montado esto? Yo he montado el antiguo, pero tiene igual está más protegido que esto. Tiene cristal puro y está trancado. Esto parece que nada más que...
Trip. For your safety, we ask that you do not smoke, that you remain seated, and that you keep your head and hands inside the car during the entire ride. We'll be traveling over a mile-long track at approximately 10 miles an hour, enabling you to enjoy a panoramic view of Hersheypark and of downtown Hershey, Pennsylvania, the chocolate capital of the world. If you look to the right of the train, you'll notice our trip begins with a glimpse of two of Hersheypark's 3 spine-tingling roller coasters, the wooden-framed Comet, which has thrilled our guests since 1946, and a relaxing ride through a truly scenic setting. This year marks Hersheypark's 83rd season, since Milton S. Hershey officially opened Hersheypark in 1907 for the employees of his chocolate factory. Every year since then, Hersheypark has been changing Today, Hersheypark continues to grow, enabling us to provide our guests with the best in family entertainment value. Ah, yes, hear that music? Direct your eyes and ears to the right of the train, and you'll discover our Pennsylvania Best House Restaurant Theater, where you can dine in a Bavarian setting while you're entertained by Frankie D'Annunzio and his German variety band. We're now entering Tower Plaza, perched atop the highest point in Hersheypark. The focal point of this area, our 330-foot-high kissing tower, is not for lovers only. It's also a rotating observatory, which offers a magnificent view of Hersheypark and surrounding areas. You'll note that the windows of the cannon are shaped exactly like those world-renowned Hershey Kisses, which incidentally were first manufactured at the same time Hersheypark opened in 1907.
Hershey chocolate, Hershey chocolate, it's a Hershey chocolate world. And you're the traveling one.
Look at the Hershey's Kisses lights. Hershey's Kisses lights.
Hershey, great American chocolate bar.
We're now approaching downtown Hershey, Chocolate Town, USA.
The Hershey
Be
Kisses
sure to
lights.
keep an eye out for the chocolate kiss-covered street lights which line Chocolate Avenue. The kiss-shaped lamps, which are alternately wrapped and unwrapped, are just one of the sweet treats unique to Chocolate Town, USA.
See it?
The building located just across the street to your right is the home of the Hershey Theater, where Broadway shows and a variety of theatrical productions are presented throughout the year. We're now passing the Hershey Chocolate Company, the world's largest chocolate factory and the home of the world-famous Hershey Bar. Hershey chocolate is sold by over 1 million retailers around the world, and literally tens of thousands of cases are distributed by truck from this factory every day. Those enormous silos house the main ingredient in chocolate, cocoa beans. Each one of those silos holds hundreds of thousands of cocoa cups, waiting to be processed and made into a variety of Hershey's products. A fascinating replica of Hershey's chocolate-making process and a newly revised visual representation of the history of chocolate can be seen at Hershey's Chocolate World, located across from the entrance to Hersheypark. This informative chocolate tour is open daily and is free to our guests. Now below us is ZooAmerica North American Wildlife Park. This 11-acre environmental zoo features over 200 native animals in their natural surroundings. Here, you can explore the Florida Everglades, the Arizona Sonoran Desert, and the Canadian Evergreen Forest. You can see bison and elk wandering through Big Sky country, and sneak a peek at otters and raccoons playing in the eastern woodlands. We encourage you to visit the zoo while in Hersheypark, as admission to the zoo is included in Hersheypark's one-price admission plan. ZooAmerica is open year-round, so you can enjoy all the fun and excitement even when the park is closed. Visit the zoo any day at regular admission rates through the entrance located on Park Avenue. The zoo closes at dusk. That music welcomes us to our park's western region. If you look to the right of the train, we're now approaching our Trailblazer roller coaster and our Clockhouse Railroad. This authentically reproduced steam-powered locomotive takes you through the Pioneer Frontier area. On the right is Canyon River Rapids. This invigorating raft ride is the ultimate in whitewater excitement. Also to the right is Frontier Shootout, the newest addition to Hersheypark. Experience its 4 exciting water slides. Below us, to the left of the train, you'll catch a glimpse of our Trailblazer Theater, where Hometown America, our country western show, is staged. Just ahead, to the right of the train, is our thrilling pirate ship and the electrifying Cyclops ride. As we make our way back to the monorail station, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for visiting with us. While you're in town, why not discover the whole flavor of Hershey by visiting the Hershey Museum of American Life, Chocolate World, and Founders Hall, the lasting memorial to Milton S. Hershey, located on the campus of the Milton Hershey School. Now, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then exit toward the rear of the train and have a great day here at Hersheypark in Chocolate Town, USA.
See you, man.
To the complete stop from our left. Take it out towards the blue monorail track. After the police came in, they comprise the players.
Oye, aquí no se coge crédito.
They go the rest of the sailors too far.
Here goes one, here comes one.
Day after day after day. The mug is good, go to the big house, a block away. Candy wants me to buy.
Dodge City, 20 miles.
That's an old time town there for the deserted town. Oh, yeah. inside the car.
Oh, I'm not gonna see him. I'm not gonna see him. Yeah. She's putting it on top of your hand.
Oh, I got you back.
Fail. Turn with me.
Pero me cogiste cojeando para que allá vea que I don't look so good.
Ver en la película, ella canta.
What do you mean you didn't get that?
When you said it, I didn't get it. I had it turned off.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah.
Well, see when that light flashing right there, tell us on.
What does that mean, the blinking light?
It
It's
means that
working?
he's on and he's taping us now type thing, you know?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Put your head between your legs.
Blimp.
I gotta...
Check it out.
I have to go to the bathroom too.
I know, that's what I say. All you have to do is change your clothes now.
Yeah, but she's there and I can't do it in the room because if she comes out...
I know, dear.
So this is for me, right?
Yeah, I gave it to you before.
Wrong. It's for me.
Villalma, tira más película, vete de aquí.
Mark.
Ya, Stevie, la gente ya sabe que yo más re... que me esté sacando películas así. No que le da la gente... Ya, Stevie, ya.
A big blimp.
Ay, gee, güey.
Don't aim at my guts. Back up, Mark.
Okay, not that close. You can't get nothing that close. You know.
Yeah, he wants to get my belly button. Ah, me lo cogiste, cabrona.
That's right.
Es para cambiar,
Carajo. Cómprate mucho. Tú tienes más que una espalda.
Quit talking, freak. Goodyear blimp.
Mark.
¿Cómo se llama?
Well, you're a Goodyear blimp. And you said it. You're the only Goodyear blimp that don't float. You sink.
Estos son de meter. Ay, sí.
Estos son buenos de oro.
My Minnie Mouse things, huh?
Oh, these are pretty.
Steve, you want...
Anda, así que no está el problema.
Oro.
Yeah.
18.
Steve,
Do it again.
Stop.
What?
Give her a kiss again,
Ah,
thank you.
vamos, chica, vamos. Ah, cabrón.
Sick.
Como jode.
Sick.
Tú esta mierda, todos estos son de la casa barata de pesos.
Baratito, sí, baratito.
Yo no tengo nada. Y tengo que mandarlo a arreglar y no le llevo al jury.
Cari, muerte de
What
lado.
is the last receipt?
Honey.
Peanut butter cup?
Muerte de
Mira,
quieta.
estos son buenos. Estos yo los compré en Nueva York hace como 15 o
Ah,
20
mira para
años.
eso.
Esos son
Yo
buenos.
tengo una así,
Pero
pero
uno
I got the
está
last
roto.
peanut butter cup,
Ya aquí no me
Stevie.
cierra. Y tengo miedo de
You
perderlo.
want it?
No.
Hasta que no lo lleve a arreglar. Eso lo
Want it?
No.
Here, watch it. I'll turn it on.
yo tengo arete, mira, tengo uno italiano. Que son...
Ya, no, yo tenía bastante.
Think
porque yo-
Hershey's.
Yo compré más.
Ríete, honey.
No van a reír. Mira los pantalones. No van a reír.
¿Qué tiene que ver con eso, baby? Smile, you're on vacation.
Okay, you
Marco.
ready?
Peínate, Stevie.
Hershey's Kiss.
Wait a second, Mark.
Kiss. What?
I want to get that there.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Spaceship.
No, debe cogerla eso.
Y buena. It's his tongue out again. God damn, Ray. Fail. Let me get the plates. Mark.
It's like over the body, and it's not
Ay,
smaller.
nada más quedamos shopping hoy, nada más.
Look at her.
Look.
Chapi, senta
It's
y...
a her.
Vamos, a ver si acaso hay otro lado por ahí por ahí. Pregúntale a Nilo, Stevie, el
Candy.
trencito, porque no sé, los domingos muchas cosas cerradas.
Candy.
Pregúntale si el trencito anda hoy y cómo va a ir. O, yo sé que Presto Park no está abierto. Pero un día fuimos aquí, hay amigo que vino de Florida, domingo y estaba cerrado. Y eso de los Amish estaba cerrado. Ellos son muy religiosos y no hablan. Got it?
Espera.
Do it again. Do it now. Wind it
No
again.
te olvides cambiarlo,
Sí, it's
si
not
no,
quite.
no coge otro posición.
twice.
Oh, it wasn't that, Sam. Come on.
A bath is not a bath without her crying.
Really?
Either at the beginning or the end. Okay.
My goodness. My goodness. She's all out of the water.
Oh, she.
¿Tú te sientes bien? Parece que una cara que no está contenta. Reinaldo,
¿Qué pasa?
nada mucho.
No, yo nada muy poco.
There she is.
Okay, can we get dressed without a screen? Can we?
Well, you got from all of this, Michael?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, I don't like cow's milk and
Huh?
I don't like cow's milk and coffee.
Get you on here before I go.
Got me, huh?
Gotcha.
That thing takes in the dark too, or?
It sure does.
Alright.
Well, I could hold the backlight button and get more light in.
Uh-huh.
It holds the iris open all the way.
Huh.
Ese es el cuarto de ella ahora porque Michael tiene de ella arriba. ¿Sí? Esto es sofá viejo que ni lo... Oh, ¿se la cara está? Sí, no. En casa, sí.
Porque así como dice, cuando hay tornado ahí, chota como dice.
Oh, yeah. Y todo eso es el Michael.
John.
Y la chiquita está usando la cama del hijo de él. He don't understand Spanish and stuff here.
Nah,
And he used to talk Spanish.
I need to go back to school.
Él hablaba
I
español
go back to
chiquito.
school.
Hold it sideways like this. See? When you hit it, you swing, go like this. When you hit the ball, when your racket's here, and you get it.
No, I thought this was two. Wait, which way? This way. I'll bring it down here, Pop. I'm gonna hold.
Like that! You hit it like a baseball.
Ready?
No, I don't. Hit it like a baseball bat.
Wait with the broom.
Some of that garbage.
Right.
I get rid of it.
Are you sure?
Got them
Oh,
all?
I'm dirty.
They don't see that as a picture. They don't use it.
We were trying to make it so, you know.
You got me. I didn't know it played back to you.
I didn't either. I looked through this. Yeah, I think this plays back.
Yeah, boy, that's a good thing about that. If you
Yeah,
don't
where's
like it
the-
how it looks, you wrap it up and make it again.
It does.
It's nice though. Yeah, it is.
Feels his worth.
Yeah.
Shit, they ain't got no babies to worry about, so,
No.
you know.
No, we need
You
to
don't
get
have
some dirt.
nothing to worry about.
Gotta
They have
pull
food,
this
they
up.
don't have food. You can do all these things. Marco, watch that
I'll
mark.
get to you now.
Look, where's the Marco? Watch that mark.
Yo. He's taking.
Just gonna sweep through here a little, hose it down a little. You gotta be kidding.
Yeah?
It's pretty ugly.
He takes
Take a picture.
everything. He's got both things, I tell you. ¿Eh?
Walk.
Que camine para la bodega.
Oh, para la
Porque esta no es una retrato, esta es una película. Pues hay que caminar suelto.
Me vas a coger el culo en vez de frente.
No, mira acá. Hi. Saca el nombre de la bodega.
I did. ¿Tú crees que no?
No. 89 centavos, es que barato. 89 centavos los huevos, que barato. Ya, ya.
I like it. Pues.
A ver, lo que pasa es que el cartucho hasta que venga. Además creo que se puede echar a perder.
Andy, yo te doy el dinero en la casa.
No, chico. Como aquí se te acabe lo que tengo, mañana
Ya no
te haré.
tengo
Ok, coge la fruta que tú ya coges. Bueno, tenemos que subir para dejar esto en la nevera, porque se nos puede podrir.
Espera. Espera.
Todavía tengo allá y quiero comer con ella.
Ah, no, mira aquí.
Pongo el agua en la candela, después se lo pone el agua, lleva, le echa entonces echar el agua, le echo el agua y lo quito de la candela y un minuto ya. Ay, mi madre, cómo se apagó un ratito. Voy a decir, ¿qué mierda hay en esa ciudad? Es por asqueroso, un zapacón de basura. Ay, este tío, Dios mío.
Para decir la gente que no, aquí no hay más que sacamos la basura, mierda.
Vas a romper la cama.
Open up, please. Acá. Yo no veo la lucecita.
It's on.
Yo que se abroche la puertañuela.
Seguro me va a quedar en cuero.
Qué susto pasó, ¿eh?
You better believe that.
Se cayó, dijo, carajo, voy a meter en la casa con la puertañuela abierta. Ah, porque ellos te tocan producto. Porque ellos no se pueden pasar. Eso es lo que te quiero decir. They're not supposed to. No cuando son muchos así. Paso no.
We're up a hill. I'm not passing anybody on a hill.
That's what I say, you're not allowed to. Cuando hay 2 o 3 carretones, you're not allowed to pass it.
You can, but not on the damn hill.
Porque ellos, los caballos se echan para acá y tú te das cuenta.
No es eso, Candy. Hay tráfico from the other way. You can't see the other cars. I'm not taking that chance until
Ay, calor aquí, está una ventana aquí. Estoy sudando a los pegones.
Honey, sube el air conditioner un poquito. I can't do it.
¿Dónde es?
El izquierdo botón.
Deja que te apague.
Este.
Ajá, para arriba. Once we get to the top of the hill, then I can go. I'm not going now.
Aquí está el tren, mira. Aquí está el tren. América Tren.
I gotta get off.
Well, they wait, don't worry. They know they can carry you here. They will come up to you.
It's not them, Candy. Now he does it.
Ellos saben que si tienen carro y esta gente tal no pueden seguir, no pueden.
Ya se acabó ya el rollo.
Hasta para para, no viene carro por detrás. Te aviso. Ya no viene nadie. No viene nadie. ¿Viste?
Yep.
Bueno, no viene nadie por detrás, no vale, para.
Puedes parar si quieres.
Deja para.
No vale.
Ay, qué caballo más lindo. El muchacho se rió. ¿No le gusta?
Pues esto voy a parar para nosotros. Nadie gana. Ni sombra nunca. Por aquí el único que viene son ellos conmigo. Y ellos vienen en caballos. Ellos viven todos para acá.
Tiene luz, esto es un monte.
Ahora ellos no tienen luz. Ellos se levantan a las 4 de la mañana, debe ser loco.
Y con querosín.
Mírale ahí. Dile, le explica a tu madre que estos son novios.
Qué lindo.
O sea, que no sabe la historia de esta gente, ¿no?
¿Hay carro atrás de mí?
No, nada. Pero un poco más. Niñas, eso me parece un otro por allá.
I've done better than I thought.
Los caballos están cansados de caminar.
Pobre cuando está nevando. Eso es cerrado, ese de los patos.
Qué bonito el muchacho ese, qué bonito es.
Son bonitos, todos tienen cara bonita.
Ay, qué lindo.
Los niños, los chiquitos, qué lindos son. Unas
No
caras.
son novios.
¿Ya? ¿Ya? Son más. Ellos llegan a una villa sencilla, ¿sabes? Vamos a ver. Sí, a ver si se acabó.
Ay, qué linda la caballos. Yo mira las mulas por aquí.
Aquí tenemos.
Ahí viene uno por aquí. Cuidado con los carros.
Bien, así viene uno. Pero lindo de la gente, una rica camioneta. Ah, qué bonito, ¿sabes?
allá va un coche, hay que tener mucho cuidado como vamos. Y una bicicleta viene por allá. Una bicicleta.
Honey, no más.
Frena, TV.
Honey, shut up. Yeah, this is the highway.
Va volado.
Yeah, you better believe that. No.
¿Verdad, Leo?
I'll be honest with you, I don't think you've been this far either. Look at the cows. When the cows come home.
¿Cómo se llama el sitio donde está el trencito?
Strasburg.
Strasburg, Railroad something. Yo no sé cómo ir. Con los años se van a acabar, amigos. Va a haber más carros, más carros, más carros en la roads.
Oh yeah, I'm fine, right? This is an old one.
Yo montaba para ir para la finca de casa de mi abuelo y yo montaba tren así.
Eh? Yeah.
Ay, qué largo es el tren. Ay, de María Santa.
Es como el amarillo que viene atrás.
This is an air conditioned car. They probably have different tickets.
Me gusta el de cristal.
We gotta go get tickets. Who cares? You go around it.
Tienes que parar entonces y caminar para allá antes que el tren empiece a arrancar.
Está viejo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Strasburg Railroad. In just a few moments, we will be turning back the pages of history to a more leisurely time. Please be sure it is secured properly above the catch. Keep all heads, arms, and legs inside the windows, please. Passengers are not permitted to ride on the open platforms at the end of the coaches, nor to pass from coach to coach while the train is in motion. Once we have departed the station area, please remain in your seats. We also ask the passengers refrain from smoking on the train, refrain from putting their shoes on the seats of the cars. Please do not throw trash of any kind from the train. At this time, you have in your possession a green, pink, or gray ticket. Please tear your tickets on the perforated line. Have the bottom portion of the ticket ready for the crewmen when they come by.
Oh, we're going the wrong way.
As it used to be in Grandpa's day. We're very happy to have you here with us this afternoon to enjoy old-fashioned steam railroading. Fairview Crossing is next.
Uno de
Fairview.
los mejores, que le pasa el carro para que no se pase.
The little red cabooses to the running left-hand side of the train, comprising directly behind the line is the Antique and Toy Train Museum, national headquarters of the Train Collectors Association.
Ahí viene lo que viene.
Inland Daily News, dated December 2nd, 1851. Primarily for the Thanksgiving and Christmas holiday season. They're sold privately under the Espin Shade family name. Espin Shade Crossing is next.
Finca de Guanajo. Mira el humo negro del tren, ¿no? I wish we could have brought closer to the front. To the front so you can see the engine. El humo es eléctrico. Él dice que esta línea hace 138 años de corre. Verdadera corriente. Esta es la auténtica como corriente.
Lancaster County was settled very early in the 1700s. Route 741, which you took to get to the station, was opened around 1710 as a construct line to trail from Philadelphia to the Indianapolis.
Dice, ay, la época mía fue para atrás.
The Greystone Farmhouse just ahead here to the running right that Ghost $25 a day to do that. Speaking of Ghost, just ahead, on the other side of the highway crossing, up on the hill to the left, you'll see a stone wall surrounding Carpenter's Graveyard, the oldest cemetery in Lancaster County, and burial place of Mary Fareed. Mary Fareed and her followers were French Huguenots persecuted by King Louis XIV. They fled to this country for religious freedom. They obtained a land grant from William Penn for 2 square miles. When they arrived here in 1712, they promptly named the place Pereira. 2 3/4 centuries ago, this was the frontier of America. Only Mary Fareed, her followers, and the Pequay Indians lived here. Mrs. Fareed is buried in this little cemetery here on the hill to the left at Carpenter's Crossing. Carpenter's Graveyard.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, Candy.
Short distance ahead, we
I can't aim this
Strasburg's one and only bridge. You won't see the bridge. It's supposed to be under the tree. You will see where the bucket goes like it was right up our tracks. Don't walk through the bridge. It's a pretty big bridge. Car near 16 feet long. When your car gets to the bridge, lift your feet just a little bit, take some of the weight off the coach, and stress off the bridge. The bridge is located down here at the end of the sport field. Everybody get ready to pick up your feed cars. Here we go.
Right there. Bridge, fast.
Hey, golly, I think we're going to get the Lancaster Crossing bridge once again. Lila's Crossing next. The engine pulling us today is number 90. She's a retired locomotive from the Great Western Railroad. She was built in 1924 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia. Making this trip today, she will burn nearly 1/2 ton of coal, use almost 1,000 gallons of water. The locomotive weighs 106 tons. It's one of the largest we have here on the Strasburg. She'll be going past us very shortly, to the right here. Your engineer today is Wild Mike Brenner at the throttle. The fireman is Walt Keeley. As they go past, I want you to stand up, jump up and down, scream, yell, cheer, clap, whistle, and wave like mad. It makes that engine crew very, very happy. After all, we do want them to stop and take us along back now, don't we? Now let's give them a hearty reception.
Gandhi, I got him.
room tile bath with shower, and 4 quarters all in air conditioning comfort. New to the Strasburg this year, east end of the mall, is the Strasburg Railroad Theater and Museum. Inside, there's a 25-minute multimedia presentation about the Strasburg Railroad, the Amish, and the community of Strasburg. There's also a scale model of the Strasburg area as it was back in the turn of the century. Ladies and gentlemen, all of those attractions will be found in the mall area
road. Is it? No?
I don't know.
Yeah, to the left, right?
No, I don't know if that was open. No, that's closed. You gotta go to here.
Your attention, please. Make sure that you see our 25-minute multimedia presentation in the theater located at the east end of the mall. The program is an entertaining and informative show.
Steam will soon emerge as the primary source of power for our nation's railroads and industries. Our journey takes us all the way back to the early 1700s. Prior to this time, the Conestoga Indians and French fur traders occupied this area. Anyone passing through what is now Strasburg had to use an Indian trail, later known as the Conestoga Trail. This trail derived its name from the type of wagons that were used during that period. This road is now known as Route 741 and passes right through Strasburg. You use this road to get here today. Around 1729, the village of Strasburg was born. It was developed around the well-known Dougherty Tavern, later known as the Spread Eagle. This building was the first tavern in Strasburg and was used by the wagoneers passing through the area on the Conestoga Trail. Apparently, the wagoneers were not the only patrons to use the tavern, because in 1730, Mr. Dougherty was indicted for selling rum to the Indians. This building is still standing today and is known as the Sandstone House. Early travelers through Strasburg described it as a village of log homes with clay plastered between the logs. The roofs were thatched and the windows consisted of holes that could be covered by a sliding board or oiled paper. Today, perhaps as many as 25 of these houses remain, although most of them have been modernized. In 1782, a clergyman named Nathaniel Sample moved to Strasburg. He was responsible for the Presbyterian churches in the surrounding communities. In 1790, he founded Strasburg's first formal school, a classical academy, in the Sample House. Later, the house was used as a dormitory for the students. At the rear of the building, the academy was constructed using bricks that had been intended for the bell tower of the Lutheran Church. This house is still in existence, presently known as the Limestone Inn. By the late 1800s, the early 1900s, many businesses were established in Strasburg. These businesses provided for the growing needs of the community. The canning factory not only provided commodities, but jobs as well. It was not uncommon to see the merchants carting their wares through the streets of town. A typical day in town might have consisted of a stop at the bank, a trip to the general store for the week's necessities, and a visit to the coach works to look over Mr. Hagen's latest model carriage. Alan McKinney's barbershop often proved to be a quiet getaway for idle chit-chat and relaxation. After all of this walking, a final stop may have been the shoe shop for a new pair of shoes. A local newspaper, the Strasburg Weekly, was established. The need for a funeral parlor was not overlooked. The Bachman Funeral Home, founded in 1769, is still owned and operated by descendants of the same family. Another boost to the economy was the Strasburg Electric Company. A temporary plant was erected by L.J. Baer in 1899. That same year, he relocated the plant at Edisonville, between Strasburg and Lampeter. This eventually became part of the Edison Electric Company. the romantic appeal of Strasburg is its many historic structures, some of which have remained relatively unchanged through the years. One of these is the St. Michael's Lutheran Church. This church was built on an acre of ground that had been purchased in 1760 as a cemetery. Church construction began in 1806 and was completed in 1839. The Shroy House on South Decatur Street was the home of the Strasburg poet John Lincoln Shroy. This home may have been built as early as 1745. On the northeast corner of Strasburg Square was the Washington House. It remained a hotel and tavern for many years. Located on East Main Street was the Cross Keys Tavern. An unusual feature of this tavern was the fact that a customer would actually ride his horse right up to the bar for a drink. The Hotel Strasburg, also located on East Main, not only provided lodging, it also served as the Conestoga Transportation Waiting Room. This building is now the Iron Horse Restaurant. At the intersection of West Main, Lancaster Avenue, and Miller Street was the Golden Swan Tavern and Hotel. Built in 1793, it is the only 18th century tavern in Strasburg that is still being used for the purpose for which it was built. The owner of the Old Swan was one of the promoters of the railroad and a large subscriber of stock. It wasn't until 1851 that the Strasburg Railroad actually began operation. Around 1860, the railroad purchased a steam locomotive, the William Penn, a passenger coach, and some freight cars. By 1880, the railroad had purchased several second-hand steam locomotives from Philadelphia and Columbia. These would transport passengers and freight for many years. The early 1920s saw the last of the steamers. The Strasburg acquired a brand new 1926 Plymouth gasoline locomotive. This locomotive is still in service today. In the early days, a round-trip fare between Strasburg and Lemon Place Junction was only 25 cents. The railroad struggled for existence over the years, but somehow managed to survive by hauling iron ore, house coal, and other commodities. The first major economic setback occurred around the turn of the century, when a streetcar line was completed between Lancaster and Strasburg. Since most passenger traffic was diverted to the trolleys, regular passenger trains were discontinued. By 1957, a combination of dwindling freight revenues, increasing operating costs, and a series of devastating storms forced the owners to petition for abandonment. Henry Long, a rail fan and industrialist from Lancaster, decided to save the railroad. He organized a group that was interested in purchasing the property at scrap value and operating it as a hobby. A number of men bought stock and others volunteered their help in rebuilding the Strasburg Railroad. These men obtained a railroad in sad condition. Stretching between Strasburg and Lemon Place was 4.5 miles of track, covered by a dense growth of grass and weeds. The equipment consisted of a 1926 gasoline-powered locomotive, a weather-beaten boxcar, and a track inspection car. The only building was a small brick engine house. In late 1958, the Strasburg Railroad began hauling freight for its only customer, the grain mill in town. In December of that year, a passenger coach was donated by the Reading Company for historical preservation. On January 4th, 1959, the railroad made 2 round trips to Lemon Place carrying passengers. Freight revenues fell way short of expectations, but passenger revenues made up for the loss. After a trial period of 8 months, The board of directors voted to pursue the passenger business along with the freight business. In December of that year, the Strasburg Railroad ran their first Santa Special. From this point on, things gradually progressed. Land east of Strasburg was acquired for a terminal and parking area. A Canadian National steam engine was purchased. A Victorian station from East Petersburg was purchased, cut into 9 sections, moved to Strasburg, and reassembled. On Labor Day weekend in 1960, the crew began preparation for the big day. Finally, the time had come for steam to return to the Strasburg Railroad. It was a unique experience to watch the steamers in the crisp morning air, preparing for their day. The first year was not only exciting, but gave the new owners a feeling of accomplishment. Passengers were arriving to ride the first steam train in Strasburg since 1926. In December of 1960, a second steamer arrived at the Strasburg Railroad. The 1223 was designed to travel as fast as 80 miles per hour. First, however, rods had to be replaced and general maintenance performed. By July 1961, the railroad had grown to include 7 passenger cars with 1 open car. 2 engines are required to switch the train. That same month, a third steamer, number 98, arrived. This 440 engine was only used for a few years. A local farmer provided a picnic area for the railroad. In his honor, it was named Groff's Grove. Here we can see employees of the railroad enjoying their first company picnic. In 1963, another steam engine, Camelback number 4, was added to the railroad's collection. This steam engine is one of the last 3 of its kind operating in the country today. During 1967, big power arrived in the form of a 200-ton-plus engine from Columbia. This grand steam locomotive still serves the Strasburg Railroad today. By 1983, one of the fastest steam locomotives came to Strasburg. This engine could attain speeds up to 127 miles per hour. Strasburg Railroad is considered one of the finest railroads of its type in America, and it is often imitated. The employees are craftsmen, using skills, techniques, and hard work in order to preserve America's railroading heritage for the future. Most visitors to the Strasburg Railroad are interested in our Amish neighbors. The word Amish comes from the name of the founder of the sect, Jacob Allen. He felt that the Mennonite church, of which he was a member, was too worldly and therefore not strict enough. He and his followers broke away from the Mennonites and formed their own group that was eventually referred to as Amish. The Amish hold their worship services every other Sunday in the homes of various members of the congregation. The services start around 8:30 a.m. and last for 3 hours. The congregation is seated according to marital status and sex. At the conclusion, the congregation stays for dinner and socializing. The Amish home is designed to be functional, but not for show. Curtains are not found on the windows, only plain window shades that can be pulled down for privacy. The floors are usually bare, except for a few handmade rugs. The furniture is simple, but might be brightly colored and decorated with old designs. Since the Amish are not allowed to use electricity, kerosene lanterns are found in several rooms. Pumps powered by windmills or water wheels might bring water to the house. The kitchens are large, and the family gathers there for meals and recreation. Almost every Amish home has an old-fashioned foot-powered sewing machine on which the women make quilts and clothing. The majority of the Amish live on farms, and every member of the family does his or her share of the work. Amish children learn how to work at an early age. The girls must cook, sew, bake, keep house, and do various jobs around the farm. Boys learn to use tools, handle horses, cultivate and harvest crops, and to repair farm buildings and machinery. The field work is done with horses or mules pulling the farm implements, since tractors are not allowed. The Amish community is fairly self-contained. Their own small businesses service the needs of their people, such as the harness shop, the blacksmith, and carriage works, visited regularly by Amish horse owners. The furniture craftsman and the shoemaker also provide valuable commodities. The Amish believe that public education beyond the elementary school level is not important to their way of life. Therefore, only the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic are stressed. A one-room schoolhouse is sufficient to handle all children ages 5 through 15 in each community. Water is hand-pumped and carried, and the school does not have electric lights. The clothing worn by the Amish is simple. The men wear flat-crowned, broad-brimmed black felt hats in the winter and black banded natural straw hats in the summer. Their trousers are black and held up by suspenders. The married men are allowed to grow beards, but unmarried men must shave. Amish women wear dresses made from patterns handed down through generations. The colors are usually a solid black, blue, green, or tan. A married woman's apron matches her dress, while an unmarried woman will wear a white apron. Their heads must be covered at all times with a white prayer cap. A social event anticipated by the young is held on Sunday evening. Church hymns are sung and refreshments are served. Afterwards, the young men take the opportunity to court their favorite lady by taking her home in an open buggy intended for that purpose. If the couple decides to marry, they will most likely be married in December on a Tuesday or Thursday after the holiday. They marry for life. Divorce would result in loss of church membership. Recreation is not overlooked by the Amish. Their activities are simple and do not require special equipment. The most popular game is called cornhole. Other activities include skating, volleyball, sleigh riding, and fishing. The horse is very important to the Amish for transportation and for working in the fields. Most people traveling through Lancaster County can catch a glimpse of the Amish in the horse-drawn buggies. The Amish have always believed that the farm is the best place to raise a family, keep their Christian beliefs, and to work. Unfortunately, the pressures created by a sagging farm economy and a rapidly expanding residential and commercial community make it difficult for them to stay on the farm. Despite the pressures of a modern world, the Amish manage to hold on to their religion's beliefs and traditions. For them, the hands of time have remained in the 18th century, and the rich cultural heritage has prevailed. While visiting the Strasburg Railroad today, take some time to inspect the luxurious observation car, Paradise. This car was built for the president of the Reading Railroad in 1916. Find out what it was like to travel like a millionaire back in Grandpa's day. Don't miss the Paradise car. A dining car restaurant can satisfy any railroader's appetite. You can even get a delicious box lunch to take with you for a picnic at Drops Road. A special delight is their old-fashioned hand-dipped ice cream. We have two of the finest gift shops in Lancaster County right here at the Strasburg Railroad. They feature a wide selection of gifts and souvenirs for young and old alike. One of these shops has the finest offering of railroad books, records, and videotapes east of the Mississippi. There is something to suit every taste and budget. Thank you for spending some time with us. We sincerely hope that you have enjoyed the program. Please tell your friends and neighbors about us and plan to return again soon. You're always welcome on the road to paradise.
If you ever go back, call me old man. Bye-bye. Enjoy that? Was it too cold in there?
Yo no me fijo que ella no tiene un problema vaginal.
Nah, she's been to the doctor. It's all in her head.
A ver que no haya nadie cogiendo los tres, nadie va a entrar ahí.
Yep.
Pero como te digo, Stevie, tú ves que se te va el día.
Yep.
Que si vinimos para acá como a la 1, ¿verdad?
Not that I know of.
No, because I know my family came one time. They got in, late and you were close. That's why I wasn't sure. I was telling you, I'm not sure if they open. I want something light. Así, lo que tú no entiendes, pregunta. Me coge mi espejuelo para poderlo ver bien. Mira, aquí están las...
Oye, esa, Sandy.
Alright, just...
Okay, that's enough.
Segundo, that's all you gotta do. Yes. No, aquí nada. Aquí
Llegamos a la casa.
yeah.
Luego están los postales. Ah, están arriba de la mesa.
Déjame llamarlo, a ver. A lo mejor estás cansado, se siente bien, ¿verdad?
Me duele la espalda.
Okay.
Guardando esto la hago. Tantas cosas y hambre,
Hi. How are you? Yeah, no. So, yeah. We went to eat because it got too late for me to cook, so. So now I was wondering, you think it's too late you want to come see the movie? Uh-huh. Yesterday with Mark, you wanted to go over there? It's all right, Chris? A small room up there with all the people to see the movie. You want to go there?
All right.
Okay, we leave now. I'm just taking off my shoes because the socks are killing me. Okay, honey? Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, it's B00263. Thank you. Bye.
I could imagine what Chris would be this winter.
Why?
You don't listen to him.
He listened to me. He won't pull no crap when Nick and I are around. Because I'll show him the strap in the closet and tell him, I ain't afraid to use this. I don't talk about it. I use it. That's their problem. Both of them talk too much.
Yeah, but they're...
That's just it. He keeps coming up with the excuse of, well, I get mad and I lose it. I try to explain it to him. You do something before you get mad and lose it. Every time he does something, then you let him know who's boss. You don't wait until you get so mad and then you beat his ass black and blue. That's not the way to handle it. So in the meantime, he waits and he lets every little thing go until he builds up and then he really gives it to him.
Right.
That's not the way to do it.
Okay? Okay. Happy pachencha, dicho. Se me trae los filitos por aquí.
Esto se te...
Más que caro, de chiquitito. Stevie, you're gonna have to move it over there because you don't fit here.
Not mine.
That's right. Listen, you gotta stop mine.
Because Harry's sleeping.
I know,
And
son.
then Chris goes, well, I'm going outside.
Well,
I'm
it's
taking
up
the
to
dog
her.
to walk.
It's up to her,
Honey,
son.
that's not your problem.
If
If he wakes her up and she gets mad, he's gonna get smacked and be punished. But why should you get aggravated about it? That's between them.
It's just I'm going outside.
Well, you see,
Well-
he's allowed to because mommy went in Nazca and she says it's all right, right?
Yeah.
So you see, what can you tell him? Fight with him? Mother don't care? Okay, fine. Not you. I know you don't like him to be outside or make it hurt, but you can't do nothing about it. She's let him go.
That's an easy way out.
He comes sometimes as you
Oh yeah, look, the graveyard.
Huh? What, honey? Yeah.
I heard somebody speak in Spanish. This is Puerto Rican anyways.
Different areas. There's some that are real predominant down in the seaboard. So we're trying to really change the church. This corner or the other corner? You can't believe it. I think it's Chestnut. Stevie.
Why not?
All of the architecture is very old.
Oh, yeah. Pretty.
See the building with the green on it used to be copper. That used to be a courthouse. Now it's Southern Bell. See the green Well, it is copper, but it's, you know, from the years. There's one of the horses, Steve. It's the police station's right around the corner here. Wednesday, they're going to have them downtown. They're going to have, like, a band playing. They're going to have... Where we're going to go when the cemetery is here. I can park in here. Oh, perfecto. No parking, that's it. Okay, we're going to go in here and then walks back around and then we can go inside and look around too.
There used to be a longest tree like this.
I don't see anything like that. Very large.
Buggy rides, horse rides, you know.
That's great.
And they have a big tuba festival around Christmas time. They have a big tree lighting, you know, Christmas tree downtown. I wish you were going to be here the 4th of July. But then you have... There's going to have, they have, starting Memorial Day through Labor Day, they have every Sunday at the park. They have a band playing for free. You bring your local giant park.
I get everybody from the back.
Show your face, because he's going to take you behind.
I'm already doing it.
Building. It used to be the old courthouse.
I wonder what it looks like inside. This is the what library?
Lancaster County Library.
Yeah. This is Prince.
Where's that?
Oh, yeah.
There on it.
Your printer in the century.
There we go.
It's called St. James House. We're in the church. Then they, after a while, then they built the separate buildings. This is a halfway house too now.
It is? Isn't that something? It is pretty. It's all of it. It's beautiful.
They brought it over on the ships and they planted it from England.
That tree's from England?
And also around the corner they had one
They have
close to
another
500 years, but they cut it down because it was rotten.
Ahorita mata le ponen dulce. Ropa allá adentro. ¿Por qué hay gente allá? No, eran jefes aquí en este pueblo.
¿Qué? That was from a tree.
Cientos y cientos y cientos de años.
Two guys with chainsaw.
Yes, if you get it this way, you get the sides so people will see what it is.
People have been in here a while.
What's that, Candy?
Get the sides.
Oh, yeah.
1774.
Yeah, I can get this one. 1774.
That's a tree.
That was a tree, and now
Right.
it's the
Now
cross.
we made it into a cross. Descendieron del tronco. Y estas son tumbas de gente grande, mayor de la ciudad. Back.
A long way back, yeah.
Long way back. Some of these are rub off already. Ya nació en el 1864. Nació en el 703 y murió en el 780. Yo me digo sí, se pone todo el alimento. Christmas te lo pone divino.
¿Sí, Cali?
Luce. Oh, everywhere. Beautiful.
Ah. Okay, let me get the side of this building. I'm in love with the buildings of this place. It's unbelievable.
Home is in Lancaster County Park. You
only
go through
live
his
some
house.
He lived. Yeah, 1744. 44.
Robert Coleman's sister
60 years to get to 18.
was engaged to. They never married because
That was his mistress?
this was his sister,
Mm-hmm.
or his daughter rather, was.
That means he's 66 years old when he died.